you understand your bond conditions?
I need to understand what it means internationally because I was supposed to be on a flight to Frankfurt last night following Taylor Swift around Europe.
We go to Royal Oak, Michigan for an arraignment. 29-year-old Megan Ellis has been charged with domestic assault. A day earlier, police say Ellis called 911 after she got into an altercation with her 31-year-old half-sister. When officers arrived and found her sister with a bloodied face and Ellis bragging about winning the fight, Ellis was arrested. Today, Ellis appears from the county jail before Judge Lewis Langham Jr. to hear if she'll be released on bond. Testifying on behalf of the state is Detective Andrew Rougeau.
Please state the facts in this matter as you know them to be.
Thank you, Your Honor. On June 28th, officers responded to a domestic violence incident. On arrival, they met with and her sister, Megan Elizabeth Ellis, was distraught with a bloodied and swollen face. Ellis gloated to officers that she had, quote, beat ass up and down the house, and showed officers a video she took where she tells in part, quote, I whooped your ass and I'll do it again.
The court finds that the alleged crime was committed and that there's probable cause to believe the defendant committed said offense.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything further, Detective?
Just to bring it to the court's attention, I believe Miss Ellis is intending to leave for Europe for a month. Her flight, I believe, is today. I believe that with standard conditions, that may prove an issue for her.
Okay, thank you very much, Detective. Before I get to the bond that I'm going to set in this matter, I do want the defendant to know that she is not to have any direct or indirect contact with the complaining witness.
I'm the complaining witness.
You are not a...
Miss Ellis, just hang tight, okay? Just hang tight, you'll be okay.
That's Public Defender Cecilia Kirandango doing damage control after the defendant interrupted the judge.
She's upset because she's the one that called the police, Your Honor, and then she ended up getting arrested.
Thank you, counsel. I will ignore the interruption. Again, you are not to have any direct or indirect contact with the matter. Personally appear, ma'am, for all court appearances. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. Do you understand your bond conditions?
I need to understand what it means internationally because I was supposed to be on a flight to Frankfurt last night following Taylor Swift around Europe. And I'm not postponing this trip because I called the cops and they arrested me.
The judge seems unmoved by Ellis's inability to shake it off.
I'm going to give you a moment to complain, ma'am. I just want to know if you understood what I read off to you, not whether or not you agree with it.
No, that's what I'm telling you. I'm giving you the answer. Is the travel a bond condition or is that something separate? I still need that answer.
That's part of your bond condition.
Okay, and so what does it say?
You cannot leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court.
So how do I do that?
You have to call up to Royal Oak on Monday, ma'am, because it's Saturday today, and you need to ask for permission from the judge in Royal Oak.
On Monday?
Yes.
Okay, I'll change my flight for a third time this week.
I was aware of your situation. I was going to address that and try to consider that, but with your interruptions, maybe it was best I didn't. So I'm just going to leave things as they are. You're all set, ma'am.
Later that day, Ellis was released from jail on her own recognizance. And 2 weeks later, a judge gave her permission to travel outside the states. But a week after that, while still in Michigan, Ellis was arrested again, following another bad blood incident, this time with two of her neighbors. She was charged with disorderly conduct, resisting an officer, and obstruction of a peace officer. After spending 2 weeks in jail, Ellis was released on personal bond, but with several conditions, including the surrender of her passport. She's pled not guilty in both of her cases, which are pending. Thanks for being a fan of CourtCam. Subscribe to A&E to never miss a new video.
and catch full episodes on aetv.com.